All right, here we go.
So we have a few widgets on the screen that actually deliver the 5%. So there's a set status widget on the top, which if I go up, I can actually go tailor what I want to publish out to different social networks. Right now, my account is only set up for Facebook and Twitter, but we also support MySpace and Last.fm and a host of services. These services can be added after the user has the device. So as the ecosystem for our Motorola solution expands, we'll be able to actually add more services that users can add on later on. We're trying to help the ecosystem on the services side so we can enable social networks that wouldn't have the bandwidth to go create a mobile application and get that out. We're trying to make that easier for them to aggregate the content and deliver it to them.
Can you show me a full web browsing and can we do the gesturing on it?
So as part of the first release of devices, we actually have the ability to zoom and let's see, where did it go? So what we have is the Android WebKit browser. We've done very little modifications to the browser here. It does support Google Gears, so
you can't do any gesturing.
So there isn't gesturing, but the way you can go and actually zoom in and zoom out through this other control. Now we found people I like the pinch and zoom as well, and we get that into some platform in the future. But this ability to actually go and look at a window and expand the window and the view, depending on where you're at, and then zoom right in. It's actually been tested very well in our usability studies.
What's the battery life on this?
So we have a 13.5 days standby time.
13.5 days?
Yeah, and 6 hours of talk time.
And browsing time?
Browsing, I have to look back. It really depends on network connectivity and open network.
Very good. What's the weight of it?
We are 163 grams.
And when will it be shipped?
We'll see it in before Christmas, definitely.
Can I have it?
Some of the other aspects of the phone, it has a 5 megapixel imager. Oh yeah.
Can you show me some other quick features, so somebody can see on YouTube?
What would you like to say?
Whatever is the voice application.
We could do a.
What chip does it use inside?
Let me show you one thing. Hey, let's see. Do I have you on my Facebook on this phone? I'm not sure if you're.
Your demo phone?
No, it's my personal phone. Just hold on one second. So we have a bunch of features within the calling application itself, where I can go and look at my whole broad list of contacts. Right? The contacts are actually have a so, for example, Alon Matrasi comes from my Facebook. Some of these guys come from my SIM card. Some of them come from my corporate exchange room, right? So if there are pictures, you can go see them. Alon Matrasi.
Can you do voice dialing and everything?
Yes, yeah, we can. Which, right here. Call John Booth on mobile.
So that works perfect.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, what chipset does it use?
It's a Qualcomm 7200 chipset.
Is it on ARM?
It's an ARM. It's actually a quad-core processor. It has an ARM 11 application processor, an ARM 9 telephony application, and it has PPSP, so running multimedia and the graphics safety.
Beautiful. Anything else you would like to show me? Any applications? Email is good.
Here's one thing that we think is really interesting, something that's new to, I haven't seen on any other mobile, is this thing called the happenings loop. where now I connected to these different social networks. I actually have a feed of all of the things that have happened in chronological order across all the different social networks. So I could go scroll in. This is a photo updated over Facebook, and I could scroll over, and this is their status update. If they had comments on their one, you can kind of expand, the comments, and see what they're actually doing there. And this is the Facebook, trying to find a Twitter feed. But any sort of publishing, type of content, right?
What is the resolution of the screen?
It's a 3.1-inch half VGA display.
And resolution?
It's a half VGA. It's 187 DPI.
How does this compare with Palm Pre?
The Palm Pre has I believe it has the same
resolution?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely the same resolution.
Oh.
They're both half VGA.
How are you positioning it in the market? Like, how is it different than the rest?
This is the first. This is the first smartphone that actually brings social connectivity right to the web.
Aren't people upset with the keyboard? It makes it heavy.
No, actually, Motorola creates a broad range of devices, right? We make some devices with the QWERTY keypad, some with touch tablets, and we have a whole portfolio range. We've actually have to make sure my message feeds are. We've actually found that people love this keypad. I've been using this. I can't put the thing down, at all.
Let me put it in my pocket and see how heavy it looks like. What do you need? Upside down. Now, in the start, Sanjay mentioned there are some home screens that you can customize. Can you show that in a second?
Oh, yeah. So this has the Android home screen. So we have this widget set that's built around Moto Blur. Here is the messages widget, the happenings widget, the status update widget. Then we have an RSS feed, one. And if you notice, there's some detail in here that